Good evening. Just a please. Good evening. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat India on this day. This is 25th November 2023. It is Saturday evening. मैं सूरज सिंह सिविल इंजीनियर भारत इंडिया से बोल रहा हूँ आज शनिवार की शाम भारत में इंडिया में और 25 नवंबर 2023 इजराइल पैलेस्टाइन इशू very complex issue. We know all. It must be known to you, everyone. And I try to include my views on this in many videos. It's good one that we have to talk about this because Israel Palestine is very old issue to be resolved. It has not been resolved by now. अभी तक इसका कोई फैसला नहीं हुआ 75 साल हो गए होना चाहिए था लेकिन नहीं हुआ गलत बात है ये अब हम रोज रोज बातें करें कुछ नहीं होता 75 साल से कुछ नहीं होता अब क्या होगा भारत देश इंडिया ने इसको स्टेट ऑफ पैलेस्टाइन को 1988 में मान्यता दी थी मैंने आज पोस्ट पे भी लगाया है भारत इंडिया रिकॉग्नाइज स्टेट ऑफ पैलेस्टाइन इन ईयर 1988 and since then it was first till it was first non-Arabic state to recognize it. Many states do not recognize. I don't know reason, but we recognize this is a fact, and people must have their rights. This is also true. We cannot deprive people of their rights. There's no such authority in this world who can deprive people of their rights. People must get their rights, and that is a requirement. Palestine society is live one. They are not, you can say, toys. They are not animals. They are not non-humans. They are humans like us. As we say in Bharat India, we are enjoy freedom. USA people enjoy freedom. All world enjoy freedom. Even Gulf countries enjoy freedom. Why Palestine people are not availing that privilege and right? That is a question mark. Till now, whole world has been sleeping, but now because of this conflict between state of Palestine people and Israel, this has come up. It was called that it was terrorism on 7th of October, but when you analyze something, when you go into depth of that, we find that it is real aggression. It is real, you can say, plight of Palestinian society that they have been undergoing for decades together. Nobody cared for them. In those days, I think this was a very low profile issue, but it's not low profile issues now because it disturbed the entire world. इस विषय ने इस लड़ाई ने पूरी दुनिया को हिला के रख दिया है आज के ज़माना वो नहीं है कि न्यूज़ ना मिले न्यूज़ सब मिलती हैं और एक दूसरे के पास मिल जाती है इंटरनेट की वजह से इसलिए न्यूज़ का नहीं मिलना वो बात नहीं रह गई है न्यूज़ फटाफट मिल जाती है अभी जो करार हुआ ट्रूस जिसको कहते हैं बिटवीन Palestine state and Israel about release of prisoners and hostages, or you can say whatever. Well, this is very start, good one. Nobody can object to this, and it should. Starting is good, and of course they have released yesterday from both ends. Persons were released, hostages were released, and prisoners were released, and today also they are being released. But how long shall it go? That's a question mark. I was astonished to know that one person from some government in Dutch, Netherlands, who said that let Egypt take over or Jordan take over all Palestine people, and it has been condemned by many countries. ऐसा क्या हो रहा है कि लोग इतने दुश्मन हो गए इंसानियत के Israeli people and its allies have become enemies to humanity. They have become enemies to Palestine people. I don't know reason behind that. मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा आखिर ऐसी खुंदक क्या है जिसकी जमीन पे आप रह रहे हैं उससे ही आप खुंदक खा रहे हैं उससे आप अपना दुश्मन बना लिया आपने फलस्तीन का कसूर क्या है मुझे ये बात समझ नहीं आज तक what is guilt, what is fault of Palestine, who entertained you, who accommodated you on their land, who gave you everything, whatever could be possible in those days, and then many other, you can say, millions came from other parts of world, and they looted these homes of Palestinians. They robbed them of their facilities, and people did not know. People of world did not know because there was no required communication level in those days. Now, internet and all these news and televisions also biased all over world, not only in Bharat India but also in West countries. They are biased towards Israel and USA. Journalists have lost their religion. Religion means their professional religion. I'm not talking of faith. I'm talking of profession. Journalists in West and journalists in India, Bharat mainstream media, have lost their professional requirements, professional duties. They do not understand what is profession of journalism, and they just start doing whatever some leader says and whatever they think should be propagated, and propaganda goes on and on and on. However, this halt, or you can say this truce for 4 or 5 days, must not end. It should prolong, it should continue until all issues are resolved. This is my proposal, my containment, which I think it should be, because Israel has no other alternative except so to do, because people are also, you can say, out of mind. They want their 240 people back. Similarly, Palestine people want their 7,200 people back. Nobody knew that 7,200 are there in prisons of Israel. This was kept hidden by media. They were just crying for 240 hostages captured or kidnapped by Palestine, Hamas, on that day of 7th October. This was very much issue, very much, you can say, calm, very much, you can say, attacking issue by world, but nobody cared for these 7,200 persons of all ages who have been in jails of Israel for many, many years. Many have been there in jail since year 2015. So you can say now it's around 8 or 7 years they have been in jail. Some have maybe trials and trials, they have done their sentences, but others have just detained for purpose of sake of detention, where they want to torture. Means what is the purpose of detaining 10 years boy, 12 years boy, 5 years boy? What's purpose? It's out of understanding of everybody. This is what you say, Israel is really a country or not a country, or what it can be called, I don't understand. If Israel is capable to kill 6,000 children, yes, I would call it capability. Of course, it's a negative word, but it's capability. They have such capability. They can kill some 6,000 children, and can kill, you can say, about 4,000 females, and also they could total 16,000 civilians or more. They have such capability, such powerful Israel is, and such powerful USA people are. USA government is that they don't care about, and they appreciate that one. Though they say, "Oh, civilians should not be harmed," but that's only in statements. But they support otherwise. That's what I say. I think, and the whole world is turning towards now to support Palestine, because some facts are coming out. What we used to say Hamas, no, Hamas is a group of security by Mr. Palestine, in fact, because Palestinians do not call them terrorists, so nobody has got any right to call them terrorists. Other point is Israel jail has got prisoners of Palestine. On what basis, I don't know. What is jurisdiction of Israel in Palestine? That is a question mark. आप इसराइल के इसराइल में रहिए, पैलेस्टाइन में आपका हक कहाँ से हो गया कि आप किसी को पकड़ लें? एक सवाल उठता है, क्योंकि आप समझते हैं कि पैलेस्टाइन आपकी जुरिस्डिक्शन में आता है, लेकिन पैलेस्टाइन तो पैलेस्टाइन है, वो इसराइल तो नहीं है। आप इसराइल ले जाके पकड़िए, क्या ये लोग इसराइल में जाके आपके साथ कुछ किया इन्होंने? नहीं किया। फिर आपने क्यों इनको पकड़ा, क्यों जेलों में डाला? दैट इज ए क्वेश्चन मार्क। पकड़ेगा तो पैलेस्टाइन पकड़ेगा, लेकिन पैलेस्टाइन तो आप मानते नहीं है, आप जबरदस्ती इन पर राज करना चाहते हैं पैलेस्टाइन के लोगों पे। दिस इज ए क्वेश्चन मार्क, मार्क ऑफ इंटरोगेशन। ऑन व्हाट बेसिस यू arrested these people and you can say prosecuted them for trial? What the basis of that? You are Israel and they are Palestinian. There's no link that you should arrest them. On what basis? What the basis? That's a question mark. Means this means you have been intruding those areas, Palestine, since beginning, and that's why you put them in jails. What is, I don't understand. If they are terrorists, then Palestinian government should say, but there's no government at all. Palestinian government should say they are terrorists. Palestinian government should try them, but it's not happening that way. Surprising, really surprising. How's it going on? How can you say that? आखिर ये क्या है? एक कॉमन सेंस की बात है। हम जो बात कर देते हैं, बस चिल्लाने लगते हैं, शोर मचाने लगते हैं, आई स्टैंड विद इजराइल, आई डोंट सपोर्ट पैलेस्टाइन, likewise without conducting any analysis, whatever sort of thinking and contemplation don't apply. Oh, somebody stole that, okay, I stand this. Means you bring everything to religion level and not to political or national level. Palestine is a nation, of course. Israel doesn't accept that. It's a nation. If Palestine says something, I don't accept Israel, what to do then? Because ultimately it was Palestine, and Palestine land was given to these people who named later on Israel. Our country, led by Congress, recognized in 1974 PLO, that is Palestine Liberation Organization. At that time, I think it was Yasser Arafat who was leading that, and there was only this at that time in 1974. No other organization. Hamas was not available that time. They were not born. They were born in 1987. So PLO was recognized as sole representative of Palestine in year 1974, and formal recognition of state of Palestine was accorded to Palestine by government of our country, Bharat India, in year 1988. I just got this information from Ministry of our country. It is available on ministry site, and we can also, I have put particular part of that on Facebook and other websites like LinkedIn. So it is already recognized by Bharat India. Bharat India has full right to speak about that, but unfortunate it is that government which we are having today is not having any kind of interest, rather supporting indirectly and directly both state of Israel. And I don't understand mind of government that a cruel government, a criminal government, a suppressing of ordinary people government led by Netanyahu, how it can be supported by brilliant state, democratic state, secular state, socialist state, republic state of our country, Bharat India. Why we do not stand with people of Palestine, and why don't we open our eyes that people of Palestine have been suffering, that there are people, more than 7,000 people have been in prisons of Israel. Why? What is logic behind that? What is logic behind that? Why we did not speak before? Why a whole world did not speak before? Why these facts have come up now? Only consequent of these truths. People are just saying, oh, they are terrorists. The Palestinians are terrorists. Means what basis they are terrorists? How can you say they are terrorists? Can you justify that? They are living in their own state. How can you call them terrorists? Israel is living in their own legal entity, so we cannot call them terrorists as well. So where is army of Israel? I'm sorry, Palestine. Where is government of Palestine? Where is the state of Palestine? Where is control of Palestine? This means they have been enslaved by Israel, and that is the main problem. How can you accept that somebody should enslave you? This is another question mark. We have faced the same problem with our country when we were ruled by British for many, many decades, more than 99 decades. So, did we accept that? We never accepted that. Some people are always negative in every country, but we had many, many freedom fighters. You can say millions of freedom fighters contributed their efforts to get our country liberated, but we were not called freedom fighters by British. We were called terrorists. Same thing here. Israel has occupied whole area, and even this West Bank and Gaza, they are administered by them indirectly. They are control. No control exists with Palestine Liberation Organization. Hamas has local authority only in Gaza area, while West Bay has got authority by PLO. That's the state level, or you can say very, very low level authorities, but every control lies with Israel, and that's the main problem. How can you keep people and state slave to yourself? Where does it allow? When in 95 years decided, it is declared by a UN and whole world that you have this land, you are one, other part is for state of Palestine in Jerusalem is independent. Why had it not been implemented? That's first case. It's not question of you have to recognize or you have to let them be free. They have a right to be free. It's their land. No person, no authority, no institution, no power in the world can stop this. Even Israel cannot stop this at point of gun or at point of air strikes. How long can you go on air strikes? How can you claim that whole land is yours? How can you claim it's Jews' land only? Nothing has to do with Palestine people. There's no question of religion here. It's a question of ownership of land. It's a nation. Jews or no Jews, Islam or no Islam, it doesn't mean anything here. Why should they worry about that? Why should people worry about that? Question is, whose land is this? Answer is Palestine. Your land also is Palestinian, but okay, world has agreed. What had agreed, UN agreed. No problem. Current situation is that you cannot claim that 5,000 years or 3,000 years back your ancestors were here. That is all irrelevant. Irrelevant question. Irrelevant answer. Whatever is that there is a two lands in your land, which was previously whole land of Palestine, or you can say integrated land of Palestine. Now Israel exists and Palestine has to exist because it is existing, of course, it is existing under different controls. It must be sovereign like we are. It must be sovereign. It must be secular. We cannot say exclusive because Christians are also there. So secular, socialist, or you can say so sovereign, democratic it should be, which we are. So whatever we are, we want to see our partner or friend or our friendly country, state of Palestine, first of all to be recognized by whole world, including Israel. Israel must be forced to recognize it. Israel cannot say, I don't listen to world. Why should I listen to world? I want to capture all land. Because they do not know anything. They are human animals. You cannot simply say they are human animals. They say, we are going to govern it. No way. ऐसा हो नहीं सकता, ऐसा होता नहीं है और नहीं होगा. अब बात इतनी बढ़ चुकी है कि आप भी पचा नहीं पाएंगे इसको. This issue has gone beyond limits, beyond tolerance. Israel loopholes, Israel's deficiencies, Israel false statements, Israel false status has been known, has come to everyone that Israel is now located on Palestine land. Previously, everybody did not know this, and our media here in India as well as elsewhere in a non-Arab world, or we can say West, just disseminated information that there is no Palestine and all Israel or Palestine people have got no right. They are terrorists because it just complied with what Netanyahu wanted to say that these are all terrorists. On what basis they are terrorists? It is not clear. I could not understand meaning of terrorism here. If on my own land I am called terrorist. I don't know. If you take my land by force and say this is your land, not my land, because you are fighting with me, you're killing me, you're terrorist. This is not going to work. Our Subhash Chandra Bose, freedom fighter leader, or equivalent to father of nation. If these are terrorists, then what he was? What was Bhagat Singh, what was, you can say, Chandrasekhar, what were many Gandhi, what was Patel, what were all these in the eyes of Britain? These were terrorists or revolutionaries, but in our eyes, they are not terrorists, they are heroes of our country, heroes whose name can never be taken out of history. That applies to every country, it applies to Palestine as well. So Palestine must be one country independent of Israel. This is my contemplation, and also it is contemplation of those people who have been suffering because of losing their statehood. Is by Palestinian people lost their statehood. They in fact are not nationals in real sense. Well, some facilities were given, some were not given. But what happened is, if you have to stay as a neighbor to some person who can kill your children, then there is no question your neighbor can kill your children, your female folk, women folk, your old people, can destroy your hospital. 888, I think, mosques, or 88, I'm not exactly sure. I just read news. Means many mosques have been destroyed, few churches have been destroyed. I don't know how many hospital buildings have been destroyed, and likewise, every schools have been destroyed. So, if your army is so efficient, so powerful, so intelligent to destroy all these structures, what we should say, what sort of army do you have, Mr. Israel? We don't understand you, really speaking. If your army is so efficient, it can go to that extent, nobody can go. We would say, sorry to say, you don't have army. You don't have army. It's not army. It's not function of army to attack all such bodies which relate to civil society. There's no one have any right as such, but you claim that without having any evidence, without having any clue that these areas are terrorist, or you could say Hamas, Palestine supporters, Palestine fighters are terrorists. You can say, America can say, but your saying is not final. America's saying is also not final. Nobody has any right to say that. In your country, you can say whatever you want to say, but for other countries, you have no right as such. Until Palestine people say that Hamas are terrorists, there is a different issue. If people of Palestine say, we don't want this, we want to kill these people, they are not our army, they are not our fighters, they are terrorists, then they have a right to prosecute them. How Israel has got the right to prosecute them, I don't understand. Yes, they attacked your country because they are Palestine people, they are Palestine fighters, they attacked you. You have done injustice to them, so they have a right to do so. They have a right to do so. Why don't they have the right? Why you have no right? They okay, if we accept, okay, they were wrong. What you did later on, you had no concern for 7,000 prisoners, you had no concern for 6,000 women, you had no concern for 5,000, 6,000 children. You did not have any concern, you have only concern for your 240 civilians. Means you are human being, your civilians are more powerful, your civilians have good blood and their civilians did not have any blood. This doesn't work. I don't know what has gone to mind of Biden and what has gone to mind of Sunak and what's gone to mind of Australian people, Italian people, Canadian people. I think they're just racists and nothing else. They just want no person should oppose them. But this is different world. People are educated, people are intelligent in world. They know what to speak and what not to speak. They know very well. So, my dear, times have changed. Israel has been exposed in its entirety. Israel had the image of research center, has the image of scientific work, it has the image of engineering. But those are different. Means that is knowledge, that is engineering and science. It doesn't justify you kill thousands and thousands. You kill thousands and thousands and attack and call them this, and just for you do not have a word with them just to sit together and discuss. What you have been doing for 70 years, nothing. You did nothing. Why you did not give them independence? Why you are occupying their land? There are so many questions as such. Who are you? World asks you. Nations ask you, who are you? And who are you, USA? Who are you, USA? Who are you, UK? This question goes to everybody. Palestine people are Palestine, they have a state, they must have a state. What's wrong with that? If they have no right, then what right you have got to say? Why you are saying USA? And USA should be like Palestine. Every country has a right. So Palestine right is this. Why did you keep their civilians in your jails in Israel? For what? Why did you keep them in jails? And now, if they were wrong, why are you releasing them? This means you are wrong. You are wrong, Israel. You are wrong, USA, because you supported a criminal state. You supported criminal nation. You supported someone whom you should not have supported. Same thing Sunak did, Yuki did, and others did. Means you don't like Arabs. This means is that. Um, this means you don't like Arabs. What's problem with you? What is your problem? My point of view is different. I am I'm very very small person, very low profile person in this world. I have Indian citizenship, Bharat ka Nagrik, but of course I got some education, not very high education, just engineering degree, and an experience about 40 years in various countries, including Gulf countries, Middle East countries, and our country. We can think our country people have been misled by government of this country, current government. Nobody knows what is Palestine. Nobody knows. They only know Israel. because of some leader in this country. I am with both. I am with Israel as well as with Palestine because none of them are my enemies. None of them having bad relations with us. We respect both. You cannot say we have to respect Israel and we are not to respect Palestine. It cannot be said because our country already recognized state of Palestine long back in 1988. So we have to respect that. We have to respect that in each and every point. Our prime minister visited that. We had good relations, and we cannot just oppose, or we cannot just say no. Only Israel is our friend. Israel is our friend, but if Israel acts the way it is acted, then we should not have friendship with such people. On what basis we accept this means if you have friendship with Israel, this means we stand with those people who are criminals. Mindset of Israel Prime Minister and its cabinet are entirely unacceptable. Unacceptable mindsets. How can you accept that? These people are, and you can say, human animals. They should be wiped out from the earth. They should be thrown out. They should go to Egypt and have tent city. What is this? Who are you to decide their future? Yes, you have air power. You can push them. You can thrash because there is no one encountering you. If many countries come to you, then what you do? आप क्यों चौड़े हो रहे हैं? क्यों इतना बर्ताव कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि आप जानते हैं कि आप उनको धमका सकते हैं, उनको अपने बॉम्ब से मार सकते हैं, एयर स्ट्राइक कर सकते हैं। ग्राउंड पे तो आपकी नहीं चली। अभी तक तो आप फेल हैं। जो भी न्यूज़ आ रही है, अभी तक आपने पाया क्या? आपको भी नहीं पता। क्या पता आपको? आपने मारा ज़रूर है लोगों को, 16,000 लोगों को मार दिया आपने, और ये आपकी पहलवानी है, ये आपकी स्टेटस है कि आप युद्ध में सिविलियंस को मार सकते हैं। मतलब आप एक डरपोक देश हैं। You are a coward nation, Israel, because you can kill civilians in war. You can kill civilians in war. You can you can order them leave this place. You can rainbow. You can rain pamphlets. You can drop pamphlets on their areas to thrash them, to warn them, go away, or we shall bombard you. Take safety. This is your status. You are a country or a mad world. You are a mad world. You don't respect laws. You don't respect UNO. You don't respect other countries. You don't respect whole world. What do you respect? Only you. Only you are there in this world. Whole world's honor you are, right? Sometimes I feel ashamed on you. I feel pity on you. People used to say, oh, Israel is very powerful. Israel has this technology. Israel has that technology. But you don't have any technology. You have only one technology, that you are a criminal state. You can kill. If it is required, you can kill, and you go to the extent of killing kids. Hospitals are not allowed to be attacked, but you attacked. Schools are not allowed to be attacked, but you attacked. Civilians are not allowed to be attacked, but you attacked. Why? What was your target? Your target was just to threaten people, just to challenge Hamas, that we kill them if you don't come here. Don't forget, for Palestine people, it is nothing new. They have been become habitual of facing all such crises. It's nothing new for them. But it is new for you that even if you kill 16,000, these people do not care for you. These people now have decided to get their state free. Free Palestine is now their determination. River to sea, Palestine be free, or whatever it is. I'm not going to that analysis. Question is right of freedom, right of life, right of status of government, right of statehood, right of nationhood, membership of UNO, and whatever else, independent nation, sovereign nation, secular nation, socialist nation, republic nation, democratic nation, and whatever else, fundamental rights, constitutional rights, statutory rights, all these are to be given to state of Palestine now. You cannot run away, Israel. You are trapped. Okay, go ahead, quarrel with them, fight with them. What shall you get? Because your 240 are more important. That's again I say. What is ratio? 240 and 7020. 1 is to what? 20, 240 and 7200. 1 is 30 ratio, right? 240, if you multiply with 30, you will get 7200. I'm just approximating it. So 1 is to 30 ratio. Your one person is stronger or equivalent to 30 persons of Palestine. This is current ratio. You are just for time being agree for 1 is to 3, but you shall agree for 1 is to 300 also. You shall release them, time has come. You will release them for your own benefit. Otherwise, you shall be in problem by Palestine people. They are determined well. They are ready to lose their life, and they have lost already. If they can lose 16,000, they can lose 160,000 also. But how many shall you lose? That is question mark. And we know that in your ground war, around 3,000 IDF soldiers have lost their lives. And you have how many? You know well. So you are saying 68, whatever you say, facts cannot be concealed. Facts will come one day. World shall know one day. कभी छुप नहीं सकती हैं बातें, सच्चाई तो सामने आ ही जाती है। अच्छी बात यह कि अब पूरी दुनिया को, पूरे विश्व को पता लग गया कि आप किस लेवल की कंट्री हैं। आपके लिए मानवता नाम की कोई चीज़ नहीं है। आपके लोग भी शायद उसी मिट्टी के बने हैं जो आप दूसरों को मारना चाहते हैं। आपके छोटे छोटे बच्चे सीख रहे हैं कि मच्छा हुआ इतने मार दिए, तो बड़ा दुख हुआ मुझे जानते हैं। बच्चों का कसूर नहीं होता इसमें, बच्चे बच्चे हैं, युवा युवा हैं। जैसा बता दिया क्या वैसा ही बोलेंगे, तोते की तरह बोलते हैं बच्चे, तो उनको क्या पता क्या सही क्या गलत है। मैं ना इसराइल के बच्चों की बात कर रहा हूँ, जैसे मैंने कुछ बच्चों को सुना टीवी पे, जो क्वेश्चन किया गया कि आपको ऐसा लगता है कि इन्होंने पैलेस्टाइन के इतने बच्चों को मार दिया, अच्छा लगता है, वो बोल रहे हैं आई एम वेरी हैप्पी। और एक साहब तो बोल रहे हैं बस 4,000 बच्चे मरे, क्या होता है 4,000 से? हाय भगवान, तुम लोग भगवान के आदमी तो नहीं हो सकते, तो पक्की बात है। इजराइल की पब्लिक भगवान की बनाई नहीं हो सकती है, तो पक्की बात है, लगता है। मैं सबको नहीं कह रहा हूँ, अच्छे लोग भी होंगे, लेकिन जनरली जो जो दिखाया जा रहा है कि मरते हैं तो मर जाएं, एक मरा है चारों मारो, उनकी तो शायद थिंकिंग ये है। सब जमीन में बच्चे छोटे छोटे को सिखाया जा रहा है, हम 1 साल में सबको मार देंगे और उसके बाद अपनी खेती करेंगे वहां पे। अब बताइए आपको अच्छा लगता है ये बात? एक नेशन ये सिखा रहा है अपने बच्चों को, और मैं समझता हूँ शायद हमारा देश भी उसी तरह से कुछ पागलपन में आ गया है। हमारे देश के युवा, हमारे देश के लोग असलियत को नहीं जानते, उनको बताया नहीं गया, क्योंकि ये इतना बड़ा देश नहीं था, दोनों छोटे छोटे देश हैं, इसराइल भी और फ़लस्तीन भी। और कभी भी पब्लिक का ध्यान, दुनिया की पब्लिक का ध्यान इस तरफ नहीं गया। बस यही जानते थे यार कुछ लड़ाई है दोनों में, अपने आप हो जाएगा, क्या फ़लस्तीन को और क्या इसराइल हमें नहीं पता, कुछ थोड़ा बहुत झगड़ा है अपने आप ठीक कर लेंगे। लेकिन किसी को पता नहीं था कि इतना, इसीलिए शायद इतना इतना ऑफेंडिंग वे में आया फ़लस्तीन का हमस। वो शायद तंग आ गए थे कि कोई दुनिया में सुनवाई नहीं हो रही है, कि इतना इंटरनेट है, इतना मीडिया है। अगर 1974 या 80 की बात होती तो बात कुछ और थी, उस समय तो कुछ था ही नहीं। लेकिन आज के समय में अगर ऐसा है तो ये क्वेश्चन तो है, और वो देखो सफल हुए। मैं तो यही कहूँगा कि अभी तक फ़लस्तीन जीत की तरफ बढ़ा है। वो अलग बात है, पूरी जीत नहीं मिली, साइकोलॉजिकल जीत, मॉरल जीत, at cost of sacrifices, of course, martyrs. They have lost more than 16,000 civilians. It's big cost in a population of 200,000. 2 millions of population, 2 millions. If you take scale by, it's very, very big figure. 16,000 or just 20,000 maybe. I mean, 2 million people. 2 million, there's a big scale, means they made sacrifices, really speaking, just in 40 days or 45 days. This means they are determined to sacrifice their lives for sake of freedom of their country. And if people in world have got such willpower, such determinations, those people can never be defeated. And this is real defeat of Israel, to be very frank, because Israel also did not expect that. Maybe thought they will fight with each other, they will fight with Palestine, Hamas. They'll say, no, go Hamas from here, we don't need you, we want to survive. Those people did not say that. They love now Hamas more than before, because Hamas has been successful in its strategy, and Hamas technology, Hamas structure of tunnels, it has been now clear that there are qualified people in them. There is good backup, good designers they use, and people of Palestine are strong now in willpower. As many they lost, they became more and more powerful. They are ready to accept sacrifices, they are ready to accept struggles. They're not caring about that. Means in this cold weather and rain, we know how many videos we have seen. It's not possible for our country to be that strong. We are emotional, but they are not emotional. They are emotional for their country. They want their country is ruling back. I think they will be successful. Whatever Netanyahu barks doesn't matter. ये क्या भोंकता है नेता, भोंकने तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. ये हार चुका है. ये अपने देश के साथ गद्दारी कर रहा है मेरे हिसाब से. आज जो इसराइल के कुछ लोग पागल हो गए हैं, इसमें नेतान्याहू भी एक है, और भी दो तीन और हैं जो पागल हो गए हैं. वो सोच नहीं रहे, बस वो अपनी पोस्ट को बचाने के चक्कर में. लेकिन मैं समझता नहीं इसराइल की पब्लिक पागल हो गई है. वो पागल नहीं हुई होगी. कुछ लोग उनमें होंगे पागल, लेकिन ज़्यादातर लोग पागल नहीं होते कभी भी. हमारे यहाँ भी कुछ लोग पागल हैं, ज़्यादातर नहीं है. 90% लोग तो अकलमंद हो सकता है. जिसको हम यहाँ भक्त कहते हैं, वहाँ भी कुछ भक्त होंगे. सो उन भक्तों को उनकी उनकी दुनिया मुबारक, बधाई. लेकिन अब टाइम बदल रहा है. नेतान्याहू संभाल नहीं पाया, शायद गलत स्टेप ले लिया उसने. अगर वो करता अच्छा होता कि ये अटैक नहीं करता हमस के हमले के बाद, फलस्तीन के हमले के बाद, बल्कि दुनिया को दिखाता, देखिए इन्होंने हमारे साथ कितना गलत काम किया है. उसको बात को उठाता तो शायद ज़्यादा क्रेडिबिलिटी मिलती, क्योंकि लूप होल्स बाहर नहीं आते. लोग कहते हैं नहीं यार, इसराइल सही है, इसको इन्होंने मारा है, या आतंकवादी हैं, शायद बात उस तरफ चली जाती. लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं. इस जोश में आया और उसने होश खो दिए, और अपनी सारी चोरियां की हुई, पिछली गद्दारियां की हुई सबके सामने ला दी कि हमने ज़मीन छीनी हुई है इनसे. कितनी बात लोगों को पता नहीं थी, अब पता लग गया. इनसे ज़मीन छीनी है, इतने जेल इनके लोगों को हमने पकड़ा है, 7,200 लोगों को, और अपने 240 का गाना गा रहे थे. हमारे 240 दे दो, नहीं तो हम ये कर देंगे और वो कर देंगे. और 240 के चक्कर में अब तुम्हें 7,200 लोग देने पड़ेंगे. देने ही पड़ेंगे. कुछ भी कर लेना आप, कितना भी अटैक कर लेना, देने तो पड़ेंगे. जब दुनिया के सामने एक्सपोज हो ही गए हो तो भुगतना तो पड़ेगा ही. ये भी दुनिया का वसूल है. आज दुनिया के 95% लोग इसराइल के साथ नहीं हैं. दुनिया के 95% कंट्रीज इसराइल के साथ नहीं है. और 90 तो कह ही सकते हैं, अगर नहीं 95 की 10-11 कंट्री हैं. पूरा यूरोप भी इसराइल के साथ नहीं है. नॉर्थ सिर्फ यूएसए को छोड़ के वहाँ की पब्लिक भी नहीं है. मैं तो समझता हूँ कि कुछ लोग परसेंटेज को छोड़ के सारी दुनिया इसराइल के साथ नहीं है, फलस्तीन के साथ है. तो ऐसी हालत में इसराइल जितना मर्जी ड्रामा कर ले, कुछ भी शोर मचा ले, कुछ भी डायलॉग बोल ले, हम ये कर देंगे, हम वो कर देंगे, हम ये कर देंगे, हम वो कर देंगे, वो कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा. वी से बार्किंग डॉग्स नेवर बाइट, रोरिंग रोरिंग क्लाउड्स नेवर रेन. शायद ऐसा होता है, वी नो दैट वेरी वेल. हिंदी में मैंने बोलना था थोड़ा सा, इसलिए मैंने हिंदी में बात की. बट व्हाट आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग इज टाइम हैज कम that Israel has to correct itself. Israel has to has to give power of its Palestine to power people of Palestine. Israel has to recognize state of Palestine. There is no way it cannot do. It has to do. Otherwise, it has to face world's wrath. Time is right. Israel has to understand facts. It has to realize facts. It has to analyze what it has done is wrong, wrong, and wrong. It has caused blunders. It's been now clear that it is a criminal state, and criminal state means criminal prime minister and criminal president. I'm not saying people, they have to be punished, they have to be prosecuted. Otherwise, forget what US says, forget what it says. We are not ordered by US, we are not slaves to US. Palestine is not slaves to US. Israel may be slave to US, UK may be slave to US. No one is slave to USA or UK. People are independent, and Palestine shall be an independent state. Time has come. Maybe it's gradual. I have to do because it is very, very serious issue. People have to think upon this, and I think that I'll be back with you after knowing what happens. I was just watching many videos to see what is news or is not news. And the news should be clear. We have to talk impartial. Palestine is a aggrieved state. They have lost their people. And they have been losing. It's not just they lost now. They have been losing since beginning, since 1948, 1967 in particular. And you can say they just keep people for many, many years in jails without any charges. And that is really very, very bad. It should be stopped, otherwise it still cause a problem. We have to understand this point and think of further. I'll be back with you by that time. Thank you very much. See you.